Welcome to our channel, Fiction Wizard, a fantasy story explainer.
Number 2 of The Hunters is also coming out. Episode 3 begins with the dungeon portal, and we see hunters coming out from the dungeon. A girl wearing a knight's suit and holding a sword in her hand looks gorgeous with energy. That girl is Vice, Master of the Hunters. S-rank Cha Hain. That I wonder how many women there are in the world with such energy. Maybe no one. She's at least on Choi Jong-un's level. Maybe even higher than S level. She may be on a similar level to Go Gunichi. Gooseups by workers with Sung Jinwoo. The girl looking not happy and said, I just felt a strong presence. Was I mistaken? I thought that Chairman Go Gun, he was here for a moment. The presence completely disappeared without a trace. The girl thought sadly that there's no way that a busy man like the chairman would come to visit. Yuck. The girl sneezing sharper than I thought, said Sung Jin, holding EXE in hand. Okay. It's finally our turn. Let's do our best, said by worker pointing to Sung Jinwoo. What's wrong, Mr. Sung? We should go in. Yes, sir. Sung Jinwoo. The inside of the A-rank gate was huge. The rank of the gate is not determined by the rank of the monsters, but through the measurement of the waves of magic energy. If the waves of magic energy are estimated to be high, the scale of the dungeon has to measure up as well. If the scale of the dungeon and the amount of magic energy is what determines the gate's rank, and even if there are a bunch of low-level monsters, it is possible to release a high-level wave of magic energy. Sung Jinwoo, standing in front of dungeon gate, thought. However, if the dungeon is filled with hordes of insignificant monsters, they can't release a wave of magic energy matching that of an A-rank. It could be possible for a B-rank gate, but A-rank gate is filled with powerful monsters. Wind in a dungeon, said Sung Jinwoo after seeing the environment of the dungeons. No ordinary wind. Its waves of magic energy. It must be coming from the boss. Have you guys heard? The new recruit is an E-rank. Gooseups by Hunter SWAT? They recruited an E-rank? Surprisingly said by another hunter. That's right. What on earth was the team leader thinking? Can an E-rank hunter even control their strength properly? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if we can finish today's work on time. Sung Jinwoo with strange facial expressions. E-ranks are faced with discrimination wherever they end up. Well, it's not like I'll be sticking around for long. Hey, let's pick up the pace, said the team leader. Just stand there when the path is so. Never. We saw aggression in the eyes of Sung Jin. The team leader feared and said, never mind. It happens from time to time. Is he an E-rank? The scene shift and we saw hunters 1, 2. The collecting team who entered the dungeon before the mining team is already at work. The attack force will enter the dungeon first and eliminate every monster. Except for the boss, the collecting team will enter next to pick up the corpses, and the mining team will enter last to mine the ores. Taumachron maximize the profit. You can't leave out any part of this process. The situation of the dungeon is fulfilling with mana and magic crystals obvious, but even the corpse of a high-rank monster is profitable. It can be used as material for various tools. Bones, leather, flesh, etc. There isn't a single part to throw away from a high-rank monster corpse. That's the difference between monsters in low-rank and high-rank dungeons. And we saw a huge black monster dragged by hunters. Can't believe even the corpse of a monster is profitable, say Sung Jinwoo, and they finish extracting every possible source of money. We saw an attack force that would finally kill the boss to shut down the gate. These four things must be done correctly to announce that they cleared a high-rank dungeon perfectly. You must be stunned, since this is your first time experiencing an A-rank dungeon, says the team leader, Jin-woo. The monsters are bigger than I expected, says Jin-woo. All the monsters have been eliminated, but the boss was left alone, right? That's correct. They can't kill the boss since the gate will close. The team leader says to Sung Jinwoo. The boss won't be eliminated until the collecting team and the mining team have finished their work. What happens if the boss leaves its nest? Say Sung Jinwoo with energetic expressions. Kinds of situations are very rare. But if that happened, then everyone in here will die. Say team leader, are you not scared by the horrifying monster that's looming behind your back? Say team leader, not at all. Say Sung Jin, for the Hunters Guild for 3 years, and there has never been an accident. Ignorance is bliss sometimes. Even though the boss is dormant, it's releasing enough magic energy to make one's body shudder. Say Sung Jinwoo, this boss is levels above Vulcan and Metis. Choi Jong-in and Cha Chien are impressive to be able to slay such bosses, but the perfectly organized A-rank raid team is just as impressive. That must be why accidents have never occurred and they can clear such a dungeon safely. Say team leaders, not just the strength of manpower. It's also skill and expertise obtained through many experiences, say Sung Jinwoo, with thinking we saw some mining workers doing their job, surprisingly seeing Jin-woo leader. Didn't you say that this was his first time? I did. Is he an E-rank? Say worker, to his work rate and skills are not normal workers talk with each other. Jinwoo, of course. I checked his license. Did you think I would assert a stranger without checking their license first? Then how can you explain that? Say worker. Sung is surely a miner blessed by the heavens. I have an eye for people. Say Sung Jinwoo. Suddenly a voice spread everywhere's time for lunch. Let's all take a break and go eat. Yes. Aren't you coming as well, Mr. Sung? Asked by worker. Fine. I already ate. Then you can do as you please. Sung Jinwoo observed and thought, I'm finally left alone. I can't miss an opportunity like this. Say Sung Jinwoo has 1 hour of free time. I'll just take a quick peek and come back. Say Sung Jinwoo with running towards the monster's boss nest. We saw a giant type boss. It's strong. Stronger than Metis. Say Sung Jin, current strength will be enough. But my inner conscience is telling me that this is wrong. Should I just cut it up? With little smiles on their face, Sung Jinwoo thought the gate would start shutting down the moment I killed the boss and the Hunters Guild would take a huge loss. We hear a voice. What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there? Say Cha Hei, but Sung Jin would do respond. He asked you a question. Asked Cha Hei with some aggressive sound. Sung Jin, what was I thinking? That was a close call, say Sung Jinwoo with deep breath. He got lost and somehow ended up here. You get lost? Asked by Cha Hei, are you part of the mining team? That's where the boss resides. Please step back. Withholding cloth on mouth to avoid with monster smelcha hain. She's not normal. She was able to get on my back. Thought Sung Jinwoo, was I hallucinating? He was holding a weapon. Cha Hei thinks after seeing Sung Jinwoo hinskly. If you were to aggro the boss, a lot of people would die at I'm sorry. Say Sung Jinwoo. Hey, notice so. Ething in Sung Jinwoo and said, hey, hold on a second. Cha Hei was shocked after seeing Sung Jinwoo. Hunter card there's no stench. Is there a problem? Sung Jinwoo, are you a hunter? Cha-hei is ski rank. Sung Jinwoo. Cha-hei read the name and rank on the card after she said, "Never mind. Just be careful. The dungeon is huge after all, Daich." "Yes," replied Sung Jinwoo, and Ganwi was going back. Cha-hei thought, was it because his rank was too low? He didn't stink, no. Rather, he smelled nice. After Sung Jinwoo returns to mining where his team working, one guy says, "You got lost and met Hunter Cha? Aren't you a lucky guy?" It's rare to even get to talk to her once. Hunter Cha went on patrol since she was nervous that the boss might leave its nest, patrolling even during her break. She's a very cautious lady. After listening to these thin talks from team leader Sung Jinwoo, thought that's why she was there. The team can laugh like this since they never saw the boss or felt its magic power. It's understandable for attack force members to be anxious since they know how scary the boss is. A young mining team member said Hunter Cha can smell a certain scent from hunters, and it's quite foul. "A scent from hunters?" asked Sung Jinwoo. "They say that it's some sort of unique physiology," replied young Worth Sung Jin, thinking about his meeting with Cha Haithat and why she covered her nose with a handkerchief. "Isn't she quite unusual? It's hard to breathe near hunters." I asked that why. She asked me if I was a hunter. In our heads, there's a constant voice speaking to us. "To kill humans." But I cannot hear the voice in your presence. A voice telling them to kill humans? Is it a similar context as before? Thought Suni Ji Jin wanted had a sfadsmell like other hunters and no voices ordering monsters to kill me. It's because I'm a player. The sole existence to receive the system's benefits. Just what is a player? Thought Sung Jin will when mining workers go back from dungeon. "Good work, Mr. Sung," said by team leader and gave an envelope to Sung Jinwoo. "You were pretty good. I thought you brought an excavator or something after watching you mine mana crystals like that." "Thank you, sir," replied Sun Jin. "Thanks to you, we were able to finish the job 2 hours ahead of time. I didn't think that we would finish before the collecting team." Say TWEM leaders met a lot of people while working on this job, and it's my first time meeting someone like you. "You're very talented in mining, aha," smiled Sung Jin. "Woh dear, I don't usually say things like this, but..." Team leader offers job to Sung Jin. After seeing his skills, "Do you want to work under me by any chance? I will take good care of you. I'm thankful for your kind words, but I already have another job lined up," replied Sung Jin with smilio. "That's a shame. Then, how about tomorrow? Can you come to work tomorrow as well?" asked team leader. "Ray evaluation is in 2 days. So is there a point in working as a miner again?" I roughly understood the dungeon clearing process. "Wait. Something surprised Sming and Sung Jin. Mind tomorrow as well?" asked Sung Jin. "The Hunters Guild is going to raid again tomorrow, of course. It's another A rank gate, but it'll be the B team instead of the A team tomorrow." "The B team?" After hearing that, Shiringjin asked Sith surprised Facido. They divided Theodivides in half to clear A rank dungeons. That's the power of the Hunters Guild. The Hunters Guild is probably the only guild in Korea that can split their forces into 2 teams to clear A-rank dungeons. "Where should I show up for tomorrow?" Sung Jinwoo. "You made the right choice, Mr. Sung. I'll talk to the person in charge and ask to double your pay. It's worth it to double the pay of someone that can do the work of 5 men." "Yes, thank you," Sung Jinwoo happily replied. "Scene shift to hotel. "He came out here since you asked to eat together. But why pork belly?" "Huh. Are you looking down on pork belly? This is a place where Hyung Nim and I shared a memory. So, why did you bring me Talmacron, your cherished place? USO Hyun, Eugene Ho's cousin, replied a hot waitress. Talk with my father went well. Really? Then you're going to be the guild master? The girl Askidiel need Hyung Nim's cooperation for that. Just who is this Hyung Nim person? Look at this. With crying face shows a mobile screen in which multiple calls rejected. Hyung Nim is avoiding my calls, right? He told me that he wouldn't be able to be reached for some time, but it's been over a week already. There have been times when he hasn't picked up his phone for 3 or 4 days, but a week is too much. Are you in a relationship with him or something? Stop acting so creepy. Replied girl. Scene shift where media reports. Since the shooting hasn't finished yet, I'll wait until my rank evaluation. Hallyu star Lee Min-sung, scheduled to receive Hunter rank evaluation. The hell is that? Nuna, why are you changing the topic out of nowhere? That's Lee Min-sung, Hallyu star Lee Min-sung. They say that he's getting his rank evaluation in 2 days. That's all for show. He already received an A rank and he's just doing this all for show. Lee Min-sung is just putting on a show. He's an attention hog fussing over not receiving enough attention. He's famous for advancing on women. He even flirted with my juniors in modeling. He's good at scheming things like this. He was very shrewd even before his evaluation. This is just... Anyways, is this all you wanted to talk about? I'm busy, so hand it over. Let me call that Hyung Nim person. What? The call is going through. Here, the calls of Sung Jinwoo. Sung Jinwoo start speaking. Hey, it's been a while. Hyung Nim. You told me that you'd be going away for a bit, but what have you been up to? Isn't that obvious? I've been running dungeons. As expected from Hyung Nim. How about the talk with your father? Did it go smoothly? That's what I wanted to talk to Hyung Nim about. Can I come over tomorrow if you have some free time? Tomorrow? I'll be available in the evening, yes. Okay. The scene shifts to the S where we see a girl on calling. Hello. Hunter Cha calling Mu Epsilon at this hour? What's going on? Cha Hei asked if could find some information on a man named Sung Jinwoo who was working with the mining team today. Hunter Cha calling Mu Epsilon at this hour? What's going on? Could you find some information on a man named he got lost and somehow ended up by the boss room within that vast dungeon? There's no way. Maybe he's a spy from another guild. This is bothering me. Huh? Replied girl. Do you mean the E-rank hunter affiliated with the association? Do you know him? Well, Master Choi does the same thing with me, said the girl. Master Choi? Asked Chahays. He also wanted to know about that man. Do you know why? Girl asked by well, I'm not too sure. I did my best to gather what information I could, but the association has put up a lock on his data. For a low-ranked hunter, this is the first time I have seen such a high security level on the data of a hunter. The head of the Hunters Guild interests him in his identity, and the union says IT doesn't know such a person's data. Something is rotten. Hey, and that smelled good. Scene changer. Sung, have you eaten already? Technician, you're here. Jin-woo, please don't get hurt today. Mr. Sung, you're here. Well, let's do our best to today as well. Welcome to Sung Jinwoo with a joking comment. One said you should join us for lunch today. Don't tell me you already ate again. I forgot this feeling for some time. The atmosphere here reminds me of a few memories. Thought. Not bad this. Mining team. Good work this morning. We'll rest for a bit then start our afternoon's work. We saw a hunter who said, is it possible to borrow someone from the mining team? Our porter didn't show up today. They want to draft someone from the mining team as a porter. There are muscular men in the collection team who can lift heavy bags, so why are they assailing us? Questioned by team's member. We saw a conversation between 2 team leaders. My men have to work for 3 hours straight, without dinner, to finish our work on time. And now you want one of us to follow you all as a porter. My team doesn't have the manpower, all this because the mining party finished the work early, 2 hours ahead of schedule thanks to MR. Sung, anyone want to join the attack force? Just asked by Hunter. We will reward you for the risk taken when the raid is complete. Offered by Hunter, risking my life for a few bucks more? Team member thinks I won't do it even if they beat me to death. Listen here. Leader Sun Ki-hoon. We would hesitate even if it was a B-rank dungeon. Acting as a porter for an A-rank dungeon is asking too much. It's not a place for low-rank hunters, even though the volunteer would only be carrying your equipment. Compared to mining, the risk is just too high. Replied Sunh Jin-woo, team leader, further explaining, he said the majority of US and the mining team are D-rank hunters, and there are even a few E-rank hunters here as well. A small scratch would be enough to Omicron kill US. Do you think that people here would risk their lives for an extra bit of cash? Is there no one? Asked Hunter, hand raised, and say I will go. What? Everyone's surprised an E-rank hunter wants to follow them into A-rank dungeon? Mr. Sung? What are you thinking? There are strong monsters that nest in that A-rank dungeon. Why on earth do you want to join them? Asked Sung Jinwoo, team member Sumyeon Young with a big future. You should not risk your life like this. Team leaders will be alright. It isn't like I don't have the balls. Replied Sung Jinwoo, even though I'll only be carrying their equipment, watching them raid firsthand will be a great learning experience for me. Not to mention that it's an A-rank dungeon. Sung Jinwoo replied in full excitement. Man from the Sung Jinwoo team came up and said to Hunter that man just started working with US yesterday. He must have raised his hand without knowing. What's that man's rank? Asked by Hunter's an E rank. Since his rank is too low, we should look for someone else. We'll take him. Thank you for joining US. Say Hunter, em Sun Ki-hoon, and I've been tasked to lead today's raid. Hunter introduced himself, then Sung Jinwoo introduced himself. I'm Sung Jinwoo. Sung Jinwoo carrying the equipment of a rank hunter. The hunter asked if it was too heavy. Sung Jinwoo replied, alright. He doesn't seem to be strug. The morning thought. Hunter and scene shift. We saw a rank dungeon gate after seeing huge gate. Sung Jinwoo thought the gate yesterday was big. But can it get any bigger? How huge? Hunter say yesterday was your first time mining, right? Then this must be your second time witnessing an A-rank gate. The gate may be massive, but they say the magical energy emitting from it is weaker compared to yesterday. If it was too deadly, the B team wouldn't be dealing with it. The Hunters Guild's B team. If you take out the S-rank hunters, there isn't much of a difference between the two attack forces. We saw 11 A-rank hunters and 6 B-rank hunters. If it was any other guild, they wouldn't be able to divide their members into two teams like this. Let's enter. Command by Hunter. The magical energy flowing out from the gate is certainly weaker in comparison to yesterday. The association's measurement doesn't seem to be wrong. But why? Thought Sung Jinwoo. Why do I have this familiar, ominous feeling like when I stood by the red gate? Thought Sung Jinwoo. I'm just nervous. Sung Jinwoo. Not even in the attack force. I should just relax and not worry too much. Say Sung Jinwoo when he entered in dungeon. You have entered the dungeon. All team members enter in dungeon, and a girl says to Sung Jin there's no need to be nervous. Ki-hoon Oppa. I mean the leader and everyone else here are outstanding hunters. Okay, let's get moving. Command by Hunter. Come on. Say girl to Sung Jinwoo is an A-rank healer. Asked Sung Jinwoo. Miss Ju. He was a B-rank healer, and if it weren't for the trauma, she would have fit right in on an attack force such as this. The 6 B-rank hunters in this team are also pretty close to the A-rank level. The Hunters Guild has 2 teams with this kind of strength. Our attack force will take care of all the combat, so as long as you stay informed, you should be safe from any monster attacks. Miss Ju. He say there's a saying that goes like this. If the mage gets attacked, the tankers are responsible. If the healer gets attacked, the attack force is responsible. And if the porter gets attacked, then the guild is responsible. That's how you won't end up in a situation as the monster's target. Asked Sung Jinwoo. As long as the attack force doesn't fail. Porter gets attacked only possible when the entire attack force gets wiped out. Thought Sung Jinwoo, Hunter's leader, thinking in his mind, I was promised to lead a birthday raid with the Hunters Guild's attack force for the first time. But if I'm successful with today's raid, I can be officially appointed as the B team's leader. I'm not Master Choi Jong-un. Nay, not even Vice Master Cha Hain. But I'm still one of the best among the A-rank hunters. I can do this. Suddenly, we saw an attack on the team, and everyone charged. Then Sung Jinwoo's prepared combat without any instructions. This is the strength of the A-rank attack force. Those are Dungeon's Jackals attacked on team, and all teams fought against him. Team leader Hunter attack with swords so powerfully, and another say get down. A girl attack on Jackals with fire and energy. After killing all Jackals. Team monitoring all situation. What's this? Say Hunter's leader. Why are there dungeon jackals in an A-rank dungeon? Is it rare for dungeon jackals to appear in A-rank dungeons? Asked Sung Jinwoo. No. Dungeon jackals are C-rank monsters. Since they're too weak and placed too low on the food chain, they're usually hunted down. They're incapable of hunting. Their pack numbers since they get eaten by stronger monsters. Dungeon jackals should be in a position to hunt any monsters here even if they fend. Someone has been raising these things, say Sung Jinwoo. That must mean someone kept them alive on purpose. To use them as hunting dogs, say Hunter's leader. A monster smart enough to free and send these hunting dogs after us. Regardless of their species, intellectual monsters are hard to deal with, says Sung Jinwoo. A wild sound appeared. Perhaps my premonition might come true. The real ones are coming, say Sung Jinwoo. Oh my god. High orcs. Hunter's leader says with fear. Why high orcs? Some orcs have seen so much danger. One orc attacked on Hunter's leader, then the Hunter's leader stopped his attack with his shield and said this power. Taunts aren't working, says the team leader. They're after the mages. Be careful. Another hunter says don't worry. We won't get defeated so easily. It doesn't work. Orcs attack so powerfully for team hunters, and Ju-hee used his magic to resist the orcs, but orcs attack unstoppable. Its magic resistance is too great. It's too powerful. I can only hold it for 5 seconds at most, say Ju-hee. That's enough. Replied another hunter, heed my call, and cut down my enemies. I can call up to 2 summon creatures. One creature has the power of an A-rank hunter. However, I won't be able to use any other magic if I use summoning magic. I've been keeping it as my trump card since it will deplete my mana in case they get hurt. My mana is already low. This is it. I guess my might taunts aren't working. Our skills are being bounced back. Orcs hold a hunter's head and want to smash it. Heal. Heal. Hunter Yakling. Quickly. Hunter's leader command inferior in numbers. We can't get surrounded. Group up. Break into 3-man groups. Even thought it's an A-rank gate. We weren't expecting 20 high orcs. Thought by Hunter's leader. It wasn't at this level when they measured the gate's magical energy. Damn it. High orcs are no ordinary orcs. Replied another hunter. They must be one of the strongest species of the orcs. Each one must be sure to shine toe-to-toe with a rank hunter, and there is the whole hang of them. There are precisely 22 high orcs. It is 17 vs 22. We are at a disadvantage, and high orcs are not opponents that our B-rankers can take care of one hand. Our A-rank hunters are stronger than these high orcs. But on the other, if the B-rank hunters were to get killed off first, we'd be at a bigger disadvantage. Team leader doesn't have any choice, says orcs leader. Sacrifices are unavoidable. Damn it. Everyone, don't die. Say Hunter's leader and also command go back. Then an orc attacked on Hunter and cut down his arm with a sword. Hold on for a bit longer, say Ju-hee. Shit. It's still alive. Ju-hee, we saw Sung Jinwoo, who overpowered himself and attacked a monster, knocking the monster out. What? What happened? Ju-hee. She was surprised. The hunter's leader crushed his sword on the monster. What? Somehow the fight suddenly became easier, the leader thought. I'll weaken them as much as possible without getting noticed, Sung Jin thought. Suddenly, a few monsters seemed to have caught on to Sung Jin. Jin-woo quickly held his dagger to a monster's neck and said, "It would be problematic if you guys did something needless." At that moment, the team leader attacked a monster. Hiya! Sung Jinwoo, I did it. I killed one. One of the hunters yelled. Sung Jin noticed blood splattered on him. The hunters here, including Sun Ki-hoon, We're all elites selected by the Hunters Guild, and we're considered the nation's finest. It's not that I don't trust them, but high-level monsters can't be taken lightly, thought Jin-woo. The female healer nearly died earlier. I can't just sit and watch them die, Jin thought. Then, a notification popped up. You leveled up? I can raise my level just by supporting the party? I didn't know that, Sung Jin thought in surprise. I probably could have raised another level if I'd killed them all myself. But since the Hunters Guild paid huge amounts for this dungeon's permit, I shouldn't interfere too much. This is the best I can do for them, he thought. Is it over? A hunter asked. Did we win? Another one asked. Is anyone hurt? The team leader asked. As long as you're breathing, our A-rank healers can treat you, he reassured. I can't believe there was a gang of high-level monsters, one hunter said. We're lucky none of us died, another replied. Juhi looked at Sung Jin doubtfully. That porter. He must think we're fools. There's no way a stealth skill would go unnoticed with magic casters around, she muttered. Hey, Ki-hun Oppa. Yeah? The leader replied. Juhi started explaining. When we were fighting the HIORCS, one was suddenly torn apart while suspended in the air. Are you saying someone secretly used magic? The leader asked. That's right, Juhi confirmed. Hey Gina, was it you? Gina, who had an attitude, replied, Not possible. My telekinesis can barely stop their movements. We don't have anyone who can use curse magic, and our force is focused on firepower. No assassins either. Fade to black. If someone could do that, it'd have to be an outsider, Juhi concluded. He must have a reason for hiding his power. Should I just let it slide? She thought. Thank goodness, a hunter said. If I summoned another creature, I would have run out of mana and passed out. The team leader said, You guys are right. The high monsters were behaving strangely in the latter half of the fight. Easy enough to finish off. Are we going to continue? A hunter asked. Won't it be too dangerous? Another chimed in. We're close to the entrance, and we've already encountered high monsters, one said. There could be something worse ahead. Now that we know about the high monsters, it's too dangerous without our master or vice master, an A-rank hunter suggested. Why don't we retreat for now? We'll need more healers and mages with AoE magic to continue. Hyung, I know it's frustrating, but let's end it here, a hunter advised. The leader thought, if I succeed today, I'll be officially appointed AS leader. I might not get another chance. Sung Jin observed everything and thought, it can't be easy for him. In his position, anyone would want to continue. But if he's a sensible leader, another hunter mused. The leader sighed, let's retreat for now. Phew, I was holding my breath. I thought he'd want to continue. I'm not that foolish, the leader said. Look at my hands, they're shaking. Stop being a baby and move, a hunter quipped. As the hunters continued. Suddenly the leader shouted, Stop! What happened here? What the hell? It's a barrier. A high-level spell. Why is the path blocked? It was clear on the way in. Can you remove it? The leader asked Juhi. It's possible if you give me time. More importantly, something in this dungeon can use high-level magic, she thought. We made the right choice. No way can we clear this with our current force. Oh my god, is that the boss? Someone shouted. No way, another exclaimed as the hunters tried to break the barrier. Uni, we need to hurry. I know, but it won't be easy. Juhi shouted. Sung Jin thought, the magic waves are so strong that even hunters without magic sense can feel it. This is on a whole different level. Why couldn't we detect this outside the gate? Is it curse magic? Juhi wondered. Suddenly, the curse magic targeted the hunters trying to break through. It's targeting our mages. Call for holy magic. Ki-hun commanded. Goddamn, a hunter cursed. Our attack force just fought against more than 20 high orcs and barely managed to win, a hunter thought with a fearful expression. But this time, I think there are over 50 high monsters. Ki-hun Hyung. Stop, said the team hunter. We'll just get killed if we fight them. If only Master Choi Jong-in or Hunter Cha Hae-in were here. The monsters began screaming, humans. Suddenly, an orc monster started talking. I am Kargalgan. I wish to meet with you, humans. An orc just spoke a human language. Juhi thought in disbelief. Magic? Is it magic? That's just a puppet. Someone else is speaking through him, another girl said. A monster wants to talk with us? Kai-hoon Hyung, you're not believing this, right? Kai-hoon Hyung, it must be a trap. Let's fight them here, trap or not. Kargalgan, are you the one who set up that barrier? Asked a hunter. Yes, I am. The prideful. Orcs, the monster replied. Great sorcerer. My magic can't be dispelled by you humans. Is there someone even more powerful than you in this cave? A hunter asked. Who would dare to go against me? Kargalgan retorted. Choose, die by my men, or follow my men. We'll follow you, the team muttered. Hoon Hyung. Kai Hoon. Follow us, humans, the orc said. After that, Sung Jinwoo thought, along with the boss, there must be even more high orcs in the boss room. That place will be even more dangerous for the chance of fighting and surviving. Does he want to negotiate with the boss? For us to return in one piece? I don't have a choice. I'll have to bet on this single chance, thought the team leader. Mr. Hunter, someone said. Yes? We're going to surprise attack the boss when we get there. Whether we succeed or not, the boss shouldn't be able to maintain their magic. If we get their attention, you must run and call the main attack force when you're outside, said the team leader. By the time the next attack force arrives, it'll be over for you guys, replied Sung Jinwoo. Do you all plan on dying along with the boss? Sung Jinwoo asked. Our objective is to close the gate, not necessarily to make it out alive. That's why people pay us so much, replied the team leader. I have a request too, Juhi said humbly. It's not a big deal, but if you succeed in escaping, hand over my will to my family. We will continue as we always have, she said. But this isn't your war. I hope you can escape alive, said Juhi. I'll hold on to it for now, but there won't be a need for me to deliver it, replied Sung Jinwoo. Everyone entered the portal, feeling the powerful energy radiating from it. The magic wavelength emitted by the boss. If the boss has this much energy, anything could happen, thought Sung Jinwoo. The scene then shifts to a B-rank dungeon where Hunter Cha is trying to find Sung Jinwoo. He's not here? Did he already quit the mining job? Hunter Cha asked. Hunter Cha, wasn't today your day off? Replied the team leader. Hello. By any chance, did Hunter Sung Jinwoo come out today? Mr. Sung just entered the dungeon as a porter. A porter? The team leader asked in disbelief. You're saying he went through the gate? Asked Hunter Cha. An E-rank hunter entered an A-rank dungeon by volunteering as a porter. He only has one life. What was he thinking? Thought Hunter Cha. Now that I think about it, he was holding a weapon by the boss room yesterday. I wasn't mistaken back then. How suspicious. I'll have to go inside the gate. Huh, is there a problem? Should we call the guild for reinforcements? No, it's a private issue. You don't need to worry. Oh, my gun. I didn't want to go into the dungeon on my day off. Can I borrow a gun? Hunter Cha asked. Hey, bring her some gear, the team leader said. The miner offered her mining equipment. Hunter Cha, is there anything else? Asked the miner. Anything else? The team leader repeated, confused. Like a sword or a spear? Hunter Cha asked. This is so strange, asking for a sword from a miner. The team leader muttered. I'll be fine. I'll just go in like this, said Hunter Cha, ready to enter without proper equipment. Hunter Cha, are you going in empty-handed? The team leader asked. After hearing that, Hunter Cha returned and grabbed a hammer. You made the right choice. It's better than leaving empty-handed, right? Said the team leader. Thank you, Hunter Cha replied. The scene shifts to the dungeon where a huge monster sits on a throne. The monster says, Humans, welcome. If all these high orcs escape through the gate, a hunter thought, they'll destroy a small city before the main hunter force can even arrive. At the very least, we must eliminate the boss, thought the hunter's leader. The four guards aren't pushovers either, the monster said. Meanwhile, the hunters were planning. Will we be able to get past the guards and kill the sorcerer in one swoop? A hunter thought. When Sun Hyung gives the signal, we'll all attack at once and target the sorcerer. Do you fear me? The monster asked, and then unleashed an energy blast in front of the hunters. Humans. Seeing this, one hunter was shocked. Oh my god, how does he have such powerful magical energy? Jia thought. We have to fight someone like that? Another hunter thought in disbelief. He's on a different level. Compared to him, magicians like me are just third-rate, thought Ju-hee. The team leader, filled with fear, asked, Why? 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 Why did you bring us here? Your warriors could have annihilated us. For entertainment, the monster replied, much to the team leader's surprise. What? During the rest of our time here, we'll kill you one by one for my men's entertainment, said the monster as the other monsters cheered. However, the monster continued. There seems to be something odd about you humans. Entertainment? The team leader questioned. Our determination is nothing but entertainment to them, the team leader thought. Instead of treating us like enemies, to him, our lives are just toys. Toys he can play with and trash whenever he pleases. Now, everyone, charge, the team leader commanded. H-dash. The team leader attacked the monster with his sword, Hymn of Protection. A dark magical spell shielded the monster. After the team leader struck, he was thrown into the air by the magic. Arg. Foolish human, said the monster. Gravitation magic, the team leader murmured. Gravity acceleration, the monster shouted as the team leader struggled against the overwhelming force. Ki-hoon Hyung, another hunter called out. Mr. Ki-hoon, a voice came from beside him. This dungeon is the Hunters Guild's property. I can't just interfere, said Sung Jinwoo. But this attack force is about to be wiped out, Sung Jinwoo noted. Let me ask you just one thing, he continued. Can I kill all the monsters in this room? Sung Jinwoo asked the team leader. At that moment, a monster attacked Sung Jinwoo, but he caught it in midair with his magic and slammed it into the ground. I'll ask you one more time, Sung Jinwoo said to the team leader. Can I kill all the monsters here? Please, please help us, the team leader pleaded. You have quite an amazing talent for a mere human, the monster taunted. But how long will that last against all of us? I've never felt such powerful energy before, Sung Jinwoo remarked. Ha ha ha, isn't that obvious? The monster replied. But this is the worst opposition, said Sung Jinwoo. For you, Sung Jinwoo counter-taunted. Come out, he commanded, summoning his shadow monsters. My shadows. In seconds, a massive shadow army arose, answering Sung Jinwoo's call. A car arrived outside the dungeon, and two hunters stepped out. The hunters from the monitoring division are here. Why are the inspectors here? The second person asked. Something must have happened, replied the chief of hunters. Why did that man decide to work here as a miner, though? And not just for 1 day, but 2 days? The chief wondered. Sung Jinwoo will soon be a renowned S-rank, the chief continued. It'd be great if he were more aware of his actions, since they might be monitored. Ah, what brought the inspectors from the association to visit this place? The mining team leader asked the chief. We heard that Hunter Sung Jinwoo is working with this mining team. Where is he now? Asked the chief. That young fellow again? Is something wrong? Questioned the foreman of the mining team. I knew it, a worker exclaimed. He probably would have killed someone if he hadn't become a hunter. When that villain looked at me and grinned, I felt like his eyes were going to eat me alive. Phew, it shook my whole body. I still remember that feeling, said the mining worker. So, where is Hunter Sung Jinwoo now? Asked the chief again. He's currently inside the gate, replied the mining team leader. The porter didn't come to work today. There wasn't anyone to replace him, so Mr. Sung volunteered for the job, the leader explained to the chief in front of the dungeon gate. After hearing his response, the chief seemed shocked. Working as a porter after mining? What a strange man. What is going on with everyone today? The team leader inquired. Miss Cha-haen was also looking for him earlier and passed through the gate. Hunter Cha-haen as well? The chief was surprised to hear that. Did he kill someone or something? Asked a previous mining worker. He sure looked like someone who could, the worker gossiped. You'll see it on the news tomorrow. Another worker chimed in. See, I told you he was suspicious. He didn't seem like that kind of person. He was such a hard worker. The chief walked towards the gate and was shocked by the energy emanating from it. What? That awful energy, my God. I just can't believe it. For a moment, I thought my body was going to rip into pieces. Chief, did you feel that as well? The chief measured the energy on a meter. 94,218? One of the most dangerous air rank gates. He was in disbelief. The previous measurement was wrong, exclaimed the second person. If the attack force was formed based on the association's previous measurement, they could be in big trouble, replied the chief. There shouldn't be a problem with 2 S-rank hunters there, but we'll enter immediately, said the chief. The scene shifted to dead orcs. Sun Ki-hoon's team was capable of defeating this many high orcs, thought Hunter Cha. No, if this energy is coming from the boss, no one from Sun Ki-hoon's team would be able to survive, she said, steeling herself. In another scene, Sung Jinwoo summoned his shadow monsters. Trying to pick a fight with my warriors with only that many soldiers, the monster scoffed. If you look down on us too much, Sung Jinwoo confidently replied, it'll be disastrous. Skill, Domain of the Monarch, activated. Shadow soldiers fighting within the caster's shadow will have their stats increased by 50%. A new job-specific skill I acquired after reaching level 70 while climbing the demon castle. My shadow soldiers are much stronger now than they were before, said Sung Jinwoo. What just happened? Asked Ju-hee, unable to believe her eyes. Other hunters were equally shocked by the sight of the shadow monsters. Even at my best, I can only summon 2 creatures, one hunter said. How can such ominous energy come from a human? Miss Ju-hee wondered aloud. What are you all doing? Destroy him already, the monster commanded. The fight began, and the monster charged in to attack. Iron has used skill, taunting cry. The enemy's stat was too high. The taunt has failed. Iron attacked the monsters, knocking them out. Igris followed, using his sword and cutting down multiple monsters with a single slash. Sung Jinwoo joined the battle, swiftly killing monsters as well. That's... one hunter said in awe. Yeah, just like our vice master, added Ju-hee. Why did he hide his abilities and choose to work as a porter? Miss Ju-hee wondered. Sung Jinwoo thought to himself, asterisk except for Igris, Iron, and Tank. The rest of my shadows are about the level of B-rank hunters. They've already been destroyed a few times while trying to kill a single high orc. Since the enemy outnumbers us 3-1, I must reduce their numbers as much as possible. Asterisk, hymn of the fire dragon. The monster attacked. What? My shadow soldiers, exclaimed Sung Jinwoo after seeing the attack. Why are you acting so proud with useless puppets like those? The monster mocked. You're the one being proud, Sung Jinwoo retorted. As long as I have mana, they'll keep regenerating. Even if they regenerate, you'll consume your mana. You'll run out of mana before you finish off my warriors, the monster taunted. You'll be dead before that, Sung Jinwoo countered as the monster attacked again. Hymn of Protection. The monster used a dark spell for defense. It's useless, the monster sneered. The more time you waste on me, the faster you'll lose your soldiers. I wonder, said Sung Jinwoo. I have a few strong guys on my side. You shouldn't worry about me running out of mana, he added confidently. Then I'll kill you all in one go, the monster declared. Hymn of Flame. The monster invoked dark magic and launched a powerful attack. He's stronger than Vulcan and Metis, Sung Jinwoo remarked. Metis could control thousands of the undead, but was weak in defense. This monster has outstanding defense and powerful spells. Meanwhile, Sung Jinwoo's forces were still engaged in a lopsided battle against hundreds of high orcs. It's more comfortable than when I started this job change quest, thought Sung Jinwoo. Inventory. Sung Jinwoo withdrew a mana potion. I can keep replenishing my mana here. Since I don't want to rely on potions for too long, I'll finish this quickly. It'll be an interesting spectacle, the monster taunted. I will now show you the unwavering domain of a necromancer. Sung Jinwoo drank the potion. Arise, he commanded, and all the dead monsters awakened. What the monster exclaimed. You're turning my warriors into undead? The monster stammered, now feeling fear. There are still many of you left, but soon, they will all become my shadows, said Sung Jinwoo. And when I'm done, he pointed at the monster. You too. Can it be? The monster muttered in disbelief. Is he the one? Then why are we here? Asked the co-monsters. Why are we here? When we opened our eyes, a single order kept whispering in our heads. Hunt down the humans, shouted the co-monster. We don't need any reasons. We must obey the order. Go, cut them into pieces and offer their bloody corpses to me, commanded the monster. Is it a battle between the generals? Asked Sung Jinwoo. The co-monster attacked Iron, but Iron hit its head and knocked it out. Then, two co-monsters attacked Igris. Igris held his ground and swiftly struck them with his sword, knocking out one monster with a single blow to the head. Igris fought the second co-monster while another shadow soldier joined the battle and knocked out the last one. Looks like my generals are superior, taunted Sung Jinwoo. Even though I spoke with confidence earlier, my mana is being consumed faster than I can recover through potions. If it were to be completely drained, my soldiers would disappear all at once, thought Sung Jinwoo. There's no way. But how? Thought the monster. We can't just sit here and watch. Let's join him, said a hunter. Hymn of agony, hymn of frenzy, hymn of blindness. The monster cast 3 dark magical spells on the hunters. The audience shouldn't intrude on the stage. And I will no longer let you run your arrogant mouth in front of the great Kargalin, said Sung Jinwoo. Hymn of slumber, hymn of lethargy, hymn of blindness. The monster cast again, aiming at Sung Jinwoo, but in vain. Buff, status effect has been removed due to the effect of immunity. What? The monster was in shock from Sung Jinwoo's incredible power. Curse, petrification has disappeared. Curse, blindness is gone. All 3 curses were lifted from Sung Jinwoo. How did you lift the curses I cast? Asked the monster. Don't you remember what I said earlier? Sung Jinwoo grinned. I'm a bad matchup for you. Alert came Great Spellcaster Candiara's Blessing. Effect, longevity. All diseases, poisons, and status effects are healed, and sleeping will massively increase regeneration ability. Let me ruin that annoying shield of yours, shouted the monster. If it's a magician dressed in the fetters of greed, began Sung Jinwoo. Hymn of protection, the monster screamed. But Sung Jinwoo interrupted with a powerful attack. Gah, you, how dare you? The monster was fully enraged. At that moment, Hunter Cha arrived at the scene. Are all of those summoned creatures? Thought Hunter Cha. Even the hunters specialized in summoning magic can usually control only 1 or 2 creatures at most. What's going on here? Hunter Cha was astonished. Miss Cha Hayan, said Ju Hee, Vice Master. Are you all right? Asked Hunter Cha. What happened here? Asked Hunter Cha, alarmed. We're not sure ourselves, replied Ju Hee. Your weak talent will no longer work on me, roared the monster. Hymn of rage, hymn of strengthening, hymn of giants, hymn of combustion. The monster unleashed 4 dark spells in an all-out attack. Quick, run away from here, commanded Hunter Cha. I'll crush you all like insects, yelled the monster. I have bad memories of giant enemies, Sung Jinwoo thought to himself. You're touching my sore spots. Don't get cocky just because I played with you for a bit, human, bellowed the monster. Do I, Kargalin, still look inferior to you? The monster sneered. Sung Jinwoo flew into attack and responded, Yup. If you get bigger, you'll just become an easier target. There's no way a sorcerer can stop an attack from an assassin with no guards, Sung Jinwoo said confidently and struck the monster's EYE.AT that moment. The chief of hunters also arrived at the scene. What the chief muttered. Right in front of our eyes, said the chief, shocked. What in the world is happening? Hunter Cha asked, still reeling from the sight. Those are creatures summoned by that man, replied Cha. looking at Sung Jinwoo. Hunter Cha? By that man, do you mean? Asked the chief. I can't land a critical hit using a dagger on such a huge enemy, thought Sung Jinwoo. At times like this, Sung Jinwoo released his dagger from his hand and switched to hand-to-hand combat. This is the best, he said, and punched the monster's face. The impact was so powerful that Sung Jinwoo almost knocked the monster out. Hunter Sung Jinwoo? The chief asked in disbelief. It wasn't just Master Choi Jong-in. The chief of the monitoring division knows this man as well, thought Hunter Cha. We came to help after sensing overwhelming magical energy, but it looks like we weren't needed, said the chief. We're watching Hunter Sung Jinwoo clear an A-rank dungeon all by himself. No matter how you look at it, isn't he an elite combat hunter? But he can also use summoning magic? The chief pondered. Just how many creatures can he summon? Who is that man? Asked Hunter Cha. Do you know anything? I know a bit about him, replied the chief. Just a little. The moment a magician loses his guards, they have zero chance of winning, Sung Jinwoo declared. There's no way. There's no chance that this body of mine will crumble, screamed the monster, attacking Sung Jinwoo again. But the monster was knocked out. Notification came. You leveled up? You leveled up? I handled the boss. And the rest of the high orcs are already being taken care of, Sung Jinwoo thought. Should I collect the drops now? No. Since this dungeon belongs to the Hunters Guild, I shouldn't be too greedy. But instead, I'll just extract the shadow. Sung Jinwoo commanded, Arise. Everyone watched in awe as Sung Jinwoo made a shadow soldier out of the monster. You're much quieter now that you're a shadow, said Sung Jinwoo, looking at the newly risen monster. Normal rank, elite rank, and knight rank. I've only seen those 3 ranks so far. This is my first time seeing something like this. Igris rank, knight. Shadow infantry rank, normal. Shadow magician rank, elite. As expected from a shadow created by the boss of an A-rank dungeon, thought Sung Jinwoo. Choose a name for the soldier. What was his name again? It was Car something. Sorry, I don't remember. Whatever, I'll just think of something. Tusk. Let's go with Tusk. Tusk, level 1. Rank, elite knight. Obtaining the power of the high orcs has been a fine result. I can now store up to 127 shadows, thought Sung Jinwoo. I'll let the shadows exceeding the limit go to nothingness. The rest will be saved. Hunter Sung Jinwoo, called the chief. Chief Wu Jinchul? Chahayan too? Sung Jinwoo was surprised to see both of them standing in front of him. Did I get too caught up in the fight? Mr. Sung Jinwoo, said the chief. Mr. Porter, what was that just now? Asked the hunters in awe. How am I going to get out of this situation? Sung Jinwoo wondered to himself. We came from the association's monitoring division. The association is in charge of supervising Hunter Sung Jinwoo, and this affair is a top-secret matter that can't be revealed to the public. Just when we exit the dungeon, we will provide a full explanation, but please keep quiet about what you've just seen. You are to be escorted out of here, sir. This is the best way to avoid further complications, said the chief. You just demonstrated strength far beyond S rank, right in front of South Korea's top guild. If you have questions, you can contact the association for more info. We'll help you leave this place quietly. Hold on, said the hunter's team leader. If you truly have that much strength, then the current situation isn't so surprising. I won't ask why you volunteered as a porter. We survived thanks to you, said all the hunters. Let me thank you on behalf of our entire attack force. Since you managed to survive, how about delivering the will yourself? Asked Ju-hee. Will Sung Jinwoo give back the diary to Ju-hee? Haha. She smiled. Then let's go, said the chief. Vice Master? Asked the hunter. Yes, Hunter Cha. Why did you bring a mining hammer? Cha paused. Did I look weird? To who? Never mind, said Hunter Cha.